Slowpoke Racing. We are with the Ultimate Racing League. We're in the Peugeot 908 HDi Group 1 Challenge. This is the Wednesday night races. We only have the one race tonight. We should have two lobbies, but as I say, due to holidays and other commitments, we've merged the two lobbies into one. So we've got a full 16, I believe, on the grid for tonight's race. We are, as you can see, in Barcelona at the Catalunya racetrack. Good track, this one. Everybody's been looking forward to this one. Just over 2.8 miles long, 14 turns. There's no chicane for this race, so it is a pretty fast track. This is the 1 hour endurance race, and because it's a 1 hour endurance race, all three compound tyres must be used, so that's softs, mediums and hards, unless of course it rains, in which case intermediates or wets could be called upon. There is no rain scheduled, but and again, nobody can predict the weather, can they? So fingers crossed on that one. This one should be round 3, but if you tuned in last time, you would have known that Interlagos, we had some technical issues just before the end of the race, so that race had to be abandoned. So Interlagos will now be at the end of the season, so that will be round 8. So Barcelona now becomes round 2. So without further ado, we shall run down the grid. This is after qualifying. So we've got Neil Farmack taking up pole position. We've got Wayne G in second. We've got Derview in third. We've got Admin 4th. Slowpoke 5th, Love Rocket Rods 6th, Seabroad 84 has taken up 7th position, Kennedy in 8th, Grasshopper in 9th, Smoky Tom 10th, Dizzy Rip in 11th, Declan on 12th, C Brown 13th, 14th is Graham, 15th is Stealth, and 16 the Big Mac. So without further ado, we shall get these lights out, we shall get this race started. I'm sure we're in for some great racing today. So let's get them lights out. It looks very dark out there. All the lights are on. So let's just see everybody gets away cleanly. It looks like the Big Mac got a good start there. So we'll go up to the front then. So Wayne G just taking a very early lead from Neil. Neil having a look on the outside and managing to get through. So that's Neil taking up the number 1 spot, followed closely by Wayne G. Derview in third. He's being challenged by Admin already. Just Admin slotting in behind Derview there. We're just going to go down the pack just to make sure everybody's getting through. Love Rocket Rod's in 5th now. Slowpoke dropped to 6th, no 7th. So Broadies took over Slowpoke, dropped him into 7th, although Slowpoke's having another go back. So it looks like these two are going to... was that a little touch there? Not sure. Wasn't intentional, I know that. So Slowpoke in 7th. We've got Smoky Tom in 8th. Dizzy Rip in 9th. Brown 10. Grasshopper 11th. Then we've got Stealth, we've got Graham, we've got Kenny. So everybody looks like we're all moving, we're all on track. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Who's that? Looks like Brown. Let's just have a look what's happened to Brown there. So we've come around that hairpin left. I don't know what the cameraman's doing. He's nodded off, I think, and then Brown's just gone, oh, well, I'm sorry we missed that one. I don't know what the cameraman was doing, so apologies for that, but unfortunately that's put Brownie all the way to the back. Made the task a bit harder for him. Let's just have a look. He's on the racing softs. Everybody's got their own choice of what tyres to start with. You can use, as I say, all three compounds must be used, but you use them in whichever order you wish. You can see we've already got some guys coming in. They've got on the hard tyres, got Grasshopper and Big Mac are getting rid of them hard tyres straight away. Mechanics there, straight to work. Don't know what fuel he's putting on board because he's only done one lap. So Grasshopper now is out and he's now on the racing softs. So let's go back up through the pack. So Neil Farmack out in front, starting to stretch his legs a bit. Got Wayne G behind him in second, just coming up to the tight hairpin, or the first hairpin shall we say. Wayne D's got Derview behind him, and I'm sure he'll be conscious of that. We've got Admin sitting comfortably in fourth. He's got Love Rocket Rods in fifth behind him. Admin on the softs, choosing to go with the softs for the first part of the race. We've got Love Rocket Rods there trying to get in the slipstream of Admin, although Rocket Rods has got Seabroad bearing down on him, and we've got Slowpoke just behind Broad there. So Broad it on the racing softs. A lot of the guys going with the softs to start with. You see the brake disc glowing red there as they slam the brakes on, get around those corners. Group 1 cars, remember, generate a lot of downforce the quicker you go, although these cars are a bit of a handful. This is a great track, this is a very quick track, although there are some corners that will catch you out. Bit of AstroTurf as we saw there on the left, a bit of AstroTurf, you touch that. Smoky Tom looks like he's picked a penalty up. That'll be for track limits, I'm sure. There are quite a few penalty points around this track. So pushing the limits is a good thing, get maximum speed out of it, but you go that little bit too far, you'll either get spun off, or as we've seen with Smoky Tom there, you'll end up with a penalty. So he's obviously served that. He's coming around the fast right-hander onto the home straight, foot planted firmly down. You can see Stealth there trying to get in the slipstream of Smoky Tom. Smoky Tom choosing to go with the racing hard tyres for this first stint. Wants to get them out of the way. Closely collared by Stealth on the mediums, trying to catch up with him. Got to make those mediums work for him. You can see Kennedy just behind Stealth there. Kenny's on the hards as well. It's not a great track for hard tyres, not in these cars. You have to be very careful. You can't get on that accelerator too quickly. And as I say, you get your wheels too far on the AstroTurf and it will spin you out. But the guy's managing to do a good job so far. Graham being challenged there by Declan. Oh, Graham's picked up a penalty there. So if Declan can stay with him, and he can, he looks like he's going to be putting a challenge on him. If he can just stick with it, Declan's gone on the inside. That's a great move there from Declan. I'm not sure if Graham just eased off and let him through because he knew he'd got the penalty, but that's a great move anyway from Declan. So Brownie now down into 14th. Under no real pressure. Grasshopper in 15th. And then we've got the Big Mac all on his own in 16th. He's under no pressure, he's on the softs. So now we can put some qualifying laps in. So let's have a look there. Neil Farmack with the fastest lap so far of a 1:28.175. Neil on the softs, you can see the tyre wear kicking in now. He's on lap 5. You can see that the front left and the rear left actually taking a bit of a pounding. But Neil really pushing, really trying to open up a gap to Wayne G now, and I'm sure he'll have that in his mind about when he does do the pit stop. So if he can pull away and get himself a nice gap, that will help when he does the stop. Wayne G has got Derview in his mirrors still. So the front three now pulling away. Admin in fourth, he can just about see the back of Derview on the straight. He's on the softs as well. As I say, it looks like the guys with the soft tyres. You can see the left, the front, especially the front left, starting to suffer. We've got Rocket Rods in fifth. Slowpoke's managed to make his way now to sixth. So he's managed to get past Sue Broad. So Broady now in seventh. I know this is not his favourite track. He would much prefer to be on Brands Hatch. Although he doesn't look like he's doing too bad on this one in seventh. He was telling me once that he nearly got ran over by the Queen in a horse-drawn carriage somewhere in London. That's what happens if you stand in front of the Queen when she's in a horse-drawn carriage. They will run you over. They don't tend to go round. Dizzy Rip picking up a penalty there. Again, track limits. You have to be very careful on this track. Smoky Tom in ninth. Still got the hard tyres on. On lap 6 now, we've had just coming up to 10 minutes, so Smoky Tom is really pushing those hard tyres. He's going to take them a long way into this race. Ooh, Stealth getting a bit wide there. I think he got away with it. As I say, foot hard to the floor on that straight, hard braking at the bottom of the hill into this little chicane. So right and then a left and then a right. Can't get too keen on the accelerator going down this long right-hander. It will throw you out. You have to be patient. Declan also on the mediums. Looks like he's going to be putting a challenge in on Stealth any minute now. And he has. He's gone up the inside. That was a great move there from Declan. Good clean move. Great livery as well on that car. This is all Le Mans style livery for these races. Or supposed to be anyway. So Stealth now dropped down to 11th. He's now got Graham chasing him down, looking to want to take that 11th position away from him. It does look like Stealth struggling a bit on the mediums. So Graham getting ever closer. You can see the cones there in the back. Somebody's managed to take the cones out. That'll be on the final turn before the home straight. So Graham now, is he in the slipstream? Let's have a look. Let's go on board with Graham. He's got nothing behind him. He's under no kind of challenge. Oh, it looks like we've got a yellow flag. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, Smokey's gone. Let's have a look. What's happened to Smokey? Oh no. So as we're coming down the home straight, hard on the brakes, a right, then a left. We've got another yellow flag ahead of that. Well, I don't know what happened there. I think he's just unfortunately. Oh, that was a bit of an unsafe return to track there, Tom. Not like you. That was unlucky, that spin. Like I say, it's those hard tyres. You have to be really careful with them. If not, they will bite you, as Smoky Tom found out there. So let's put him into 13th. There's a bit of a gap then to Kenny in 14th. We've got the Big Mac made his way to 15th, and Brownie in 16th now. So back up to our race leader, Neil Farmer, not under any pressure whatsoever. Looking very comfortable at the minute. The tyres not looking that comfortable. I'm sure he'll be taking his time, although looking at those lap times, he's not holding back. 1:28.3 was his last, 1:28.1 was his fastest. So Neil not holding back. Wayne G, constant 1:29 for his lap times. Derview, same again, constant 1:29s. So these two just following each other around. Derview can't quite get close enough to make a move on Wayne G. Whether his tactics are just to sit there and get a free tow, save a bit of fuel. Got admin. You see that front left is really looking worn now. I'm sure he's going to have to come in soon. Not under any pressure really, is admin. So let's have a look, see if he comes in on this lap. I don't think he will, the speed he's going. Oh, listen to them tyres. So that's admin staying out. We've got Slowpoke in 5th, managed to make his way up to 5th. He's passed Rocket Rods. We missed that one. Rocket Rods is coming back at him though. They want to get in that slipstream. So Rocket Rods is on the mediums, Slowpoke is on the softs. So Slowpoke will have a slight advantage, which is what's helped him get in front. Although Rocket Rods is doing a fantastic job of keeping up with him on the mediums. Tyres not looking too bad for Slowpoke at the minute. Let's have a look, see if we can find some more of the battles. I'm just on a... So let's just have a look at Derview and Wayne G. Derview does look like he's got a little bit closer to Wayne G. Both on the softs, although Wayne G's tyres do look slightly better. As they come round the final turn onto the home straight, so neither wanted to come in for a stop yet. Same with admin. Is he coming in? No, he's not. He's staying out there still. Slowpoke still in 5th. Followed closely by Love Rocket Rods. You can see Slowpoke pulling to the right there, trying to break that slipstream. Desperately trying to get some distance between him and Love Rocket Rods. We've got Seabroad all on his own. No pressure whatsoever. There you can just see Declan turning the corner in the distance. Same with Declan, all on his own. We've got Grasshopper in 9th. So we've got Dizzy with a half-second penalty. He's followed by Graham. These two look like the closest at the minute on track. You see lots of the guys picking up these half-second penalties. Just trying to push these cars just a little bit too much. Now then, has Graham got close enough to make a move? It's around that tight turn there into the left hand. Oh, it looks like Dizzy's having a... No, Graham's gone around the outside. So Graham he got past Dizzy around the outside, took the long way round, but he made it stick, so that's great driving there from Graham. Dizzy coming back at him though, although he will have to serve that penalty. You can see the yellow bar filling up. So Dizzy took the place back, although he's going to have to slow down, which I'm sure will allow Graham through. No, it's not. Did Graham ease off? I don't know. Oh, and Dizzy, oh, the back end just kicked out a little bit there. Oh, and he's all over, he's on the grass. He's off the grass, he's on the track, he's off the track. So Graham definitely got by this time. It looks like Stealth could nick that spot away from Dizzy as well. It has. That's dropped Dizzy down into 12th, that little moment he had there. Coming through those last few turns. And now he's going to be under a bit of a challenge from Kenny D as well. Kenny moves to the inside. Oh, this is going to be tight. And he's just got through. Well done, Kenny. That was a great move there. Unfortunate for Dizzy Rip. That's dropped him to 13th. And it looks like Kenny's took the spot away from Stealth as well. So in one move there, Kenny's made up a couple of positions. Some great racing there from Kenny D. He's definitely on a charge. We'll just go back up through the pack. Oh, Declan got a bit wide there, could he? Yeah, got a penalty there. Just caught Declan. And that's what the penalties are for. You go over them curves, cross the white line. So let's have a look. Love Rocket Rogers come in to change his tyres. Slowpokes on the softs. He's still out there in 4th. Derview, his tyres are practically gone now. On lap 13, Willie come in. We've got Wayne G. His tyres are looking a lot better. Neil Farmack as well. His tyres not looking too fantastic. The front left is about gone. So out of the three of them, it looks like Wayne G's managing to look after his tyres slightly better. So let's just have a look. Will Neil come into the pits? He has got a bit of a gap. Yes, he is. So Neil's coming into the pits now to change his tyres. Let's just have a look, see if Wayne G follows him in. I've got a feeling he'll probably stay out for another lap. And I think he does, yeah. And is Derview? No, Derview's staying out as well. Wow, he really is going to push them tyres. So Neil in the pits now. He'll start to drop down. Slowpoke could take that position away from him. So Slowpoke in 4th, absolutely loving this. To be in a race and actually be in front of Neil Farmer, unheard of. And there you can see Neil just coming out of the pits as Slowpoke goes by. So Slowpoke now 3rd, Neil Farmack on fresh medium tyres. I'm sure it won't take him long to get on the back of Slowpoke and overtake him. So Broady's now come in. He's going to change his tyres. Rocket Rogers out. He's on the hard tyres now. Fresh set, but it is the hard tyres. We've got Kenny D. He's in 8th on his own. Graham. He's in 9th, still on the hard tyres. Bit of a gap. As you can see, yeah, we just see Dizzy Rip in the distance. Got Smoky Tom in 11th. He's going well on those hard tyres. He did have a bit of a moment earlier, but he's sticking with them. I thought he might have changed them by now. So Broady's now out on the fresh mediums. We've got Stealth just coming out of the pits now. He's gone on to the mediums. I bet he's glad to see the back of those hard tyres. So Stealth on his own as well, and then we've got Declan and the Big Mac in the pits. They look like ninjas, don't they? Not a pit crew, but It's still very dark out there. It's wonder the guys can actually see what they're doing. Somebody put some lights on. Get some fuel. Same with Brownie. So Wayne G then. Out in front from Derview. Looks like Derview's backed off a little bit. Probably because of his tyres. So Wayne G, he's easing off a little bit. You can see his times. He's gone from a constant 129 to a 130. As I say, that'll be down to tyre wear. Same with Derview. The lap times are dropping. Derview surely has got to come in this lap. He's got nothing left on the front left. No, he's staying out, is he? He is, he's staying out again. Let's just hope he doesn't get a blowout on them tyres then. I think he just wants to stick with Wayne G. I think he's going to try and follow him move for move. We'll keep an eye on that one. Derview will do well to get back on those tyres. He can't keep this pace up surely. So Neil now has managed to make his way into third. Admin fourth. Grasshopper fifth. Slowpoke must have gone into the pits then because he was currently fourth. He was third at one point. So he's obviously gone into the pits. That's allow Admin back out on a fresh set of mediums. He's got Grasshopper all over him. So we've got Love Rocket Rods on his own. Oh, we've got Slowpoke and Kenny D. Let's have a look what's going on here. So let's go on board there with Slowpoke. Oh, you can see Kenny D there. Kenny D just going around the outside. Oh, and Kenny D's just got in there. And he's made it stick. That was a great move from Kenny there. Slowpoke going to try and keep the pressure on him though. He's going to want to get that place back. That was a good move there by Kennedy on Slowpoke. That pushes Slowpoke now down into 8th. Yeah, Slowpoke now on the mediums. Kennedy on the mediums, although they're looking a bit more worn. But Kennedy now has Love Rocket Rods in his sights. Rocket Rods on the hard tyres. Oh, Kennedy going very wide there. Yeah, he's got a penalty for that. Oh, and Slowpoke's got a penalty as well, so he must have followed him off track. Let's just go up and have a look and see. Wayne G, he's got to come in, the fuel lights flashing. And so he's managed to make the tyres last longer than the fuel, although the rear left looks like it's about ready to give up. And surely Wayne G is going to have to come in to the pits now. It does look like he's took that corner a little bit more cautiously, so let's just follow Wayne G. No, he's going to stay out. So Neil managed to make his way to 2nd spot. We've got Derview. Derview has carried him. I missed it, but Derview's been in. He's changed his tyres. In 3rd, he's under no pressure at all. You can see there's quite a big gap now to Admin in 4th. So we've got Admin and Grasshopper battling it out for 4th and 5th. Admin on the mediums, Grasshopper on the softs, although he's going to have to pit because those tyres don't look like they're going to last very long. So will Grasshopper come in now, or is he going to try and push him for another lap? He is. Yeah, he is. He is going to try and push it for another lap. We're just going to have a quick look at the top then. So Wayne G it looks like there is quite a good gap. Unfortunately, we don't know what the gap is, but he has got a good gap back to Neil Farmack, so I'm sure Wayne will be coming in this lap. Mind you, I've said that for the last 3 laps, so don't hold your breath on that one. So it's a case of can he get a big enough gap? Oh, he has. He's finally decided to come in. So he's going to be in the pits for a good 30 to 40 seconds. So where's Neil? Neil just coming round to the last but one turn. Then he's got this fast right-hander. He's almost sure he's going to be taking that spot away from Wayne G. Wayne's still in the pits, so Neil goes through. You can see we've got Dizzy Rip there in the background, although Neil's lapped him. So Wayne out of the pits now, rejoins in second position, although he has got some back markers in front of him. I'm sure he'll want to try and get by those as quick as he can. So the chase is now on to catch up with Neil. Derview regains his position as in third. Well, let's just have a go down. So Grasshopper and Admin still 4th and 5th. 4th and 5th. Although Grasshopper is going to have to come in on this lap. That front left isn't going to hold out much longer, I'm sure. Although I've been wrong just about every time so far with who's coming in, so I'm not going to guess anymore. So now we've found a bit of a battle going on. We've got Rocket Rod, Kennedy and Slowpoke, 6, 7 and 8. Rocket Rod's doing a fantastic job on the hard tyres to keep the other 2 behind him. Let's just go on board with Kenny for a minute. So Kenny pushing to try and get on the back of Rocket Rod so he can make a move. Oh, he's gone wide again. That's got to be another half-second penalty. It is. I think he's just pushing a bit too hard, Kenny. Slowpoke starting to drop off a little bit as Kenny gets ever closer to Rocket Rods. Now if he can get a good exit on this final turn and he can get right onto the back of Rocket Rods, he could possibly make a move. I don't think he's quite close enough. As you can see, somebody coming out of the pits as well, so that could be hindering him. It is Wayne G. I thought Wayne G came out earlier. So Kenny with his half-second penalty got Wayne G in 6 after his pit stop. He's got sort of caught up in this battle. I'm sure Wayne's not going to be messing about. He's on the mediums, fresh set of brand new set of mediums. You can see Kenny's penalty bar starting to fill up. Now can Slowpoke nick that spot from him as Kenny has to serve that penalty? No, couldn't get close enough. So Slowpoke having to just slot in behind Kenny again, try and get into the slipstream so he can stay onto the back of this group. You can see there Grasshopper has finally decided to come. Oh, Wayne G got a little bit wide there. Just getting these tyres warmed up. So Wayne managing to clear that little group there. He can now get after Admin in that third position. Admin all on his own, which I'm sure he won't mind that. Derview into second, and Neil out in front where he likes to be. So let's just have a look at the back. We've got Brownie in 16th at the minute. Guys are really spreading out now. We've got the Big Mac, he's just being lapped there by Seabroad. Oh, the Big Mac just went off into the kitty litter there. I'm sure that was while he was trying to just stay out of the way. He's trying to do the right thing. We've got Stealth in 14th. Again, having a bit of a lonely race. He's on the hard tyres, he'll be struggling on those. Stealth doesn't like the hard tyres, I know that, on any track, on any car. But then again, who does? So Dizzy Rip just about to be lapped by Derview there. I'm sure Dizzy Rip will be trying to stay out the way, as he does. Well done, Dizzy Rip. Let the faster guys through. We've got Declan in 12th. You can see just in front we've got Smoky Tom. He's now changed to the medium tyres. So let's start to see those lap times come down now, Tom. He is a quick racer, Tom. Got a slight gap then to Graham in 10th. He's all on his own as well. We've got Rocket Rods in 9th after his pit stop. He's now on the soft, so I'm sure he'll be trying to make some times up. We'll keep an eye on his lap times. We've got Brody in 8th. Grasshopper in 7th, so you can see Brody getting ever closer to Grasshopper. Grasshopper on the medium tyres. Same as Broad, he's also on the medium tyres, although they are looking a lot more worn. So Grasshopper's obviously got the newer, fresher tyres on. I'm sure he would have seen Brody in his mirrors, and he would be thinking about trying to make a pull away from him, make a bit of a gap. Slowpoke in 6. He's fallen off of the back of Kenny a bit. Kenny having a good race, although his tyres now starting to look a bit worn and the fuel's flashing. So he's going to have to pull in. That will give Slowpoke the opportunity to go into the 5th position. You can see Wayne G just ahead there in 4th. So let's just have a look and see if Kenny slots into the pits this lap. So we're just coming up to the pit entrance as we turn this right-hander. No, I don't think he is. No, he's not. Kenny's decided to stay out. He thinks he's got at least another lap left in that tank. So Wayne 4th, Kenny 5th, Slowpoke 6th. Grasshopper 7th. And if we drop back, we've got Broad 84 in 8th and Rocket Rods in 9th. Rocket Rod's not quite getting close enough yet as they go down this back straight. He will be in the slipstream now though, I'm sure. Don't think he's close enough to make a move though. Now he is. right on the back of him now. So if we go on board with Brody and have a look, you can see rocket rods in the distance there, look. As we approach this tight left-hander, oh, that was almost a touch there, bit of a bumper kiss there from rocket rods. As we go around this left, right, up the hill, to turn right, a fast right-hander. Oh, and that looked a bit wide there from Brody. Has he got away with it? I think he might have done. You can see rocket rods with every corner, he gets right up close. Now then, rocket rods will just want to stick to the back of Brody for this one. We'll go around these right-handers, round the fast right-hander onto the back straight. Now if he can get close enough, it looks like he is. So rocket rods right up on the bumper there. Is he going to make a move? Looks like Brody's got the right hand side of the track. No, he can't do it. Rocket rods can't quite do it. Another little bumper kiss there. Now you can see the blue flag as well, which is telling them there is a faster car coming, and you can see rocket rods now making a move as they approach the right. Yes, rocket rods has got by. It looks like we've got our leader just coming onto the back of these guys as well. So Brody will be conscious of that. He won't want to hold Neil up, although he is still having a race of his own. So Neil just coming up to lap Brody, and I'm sure Brody will allow him through at the first opportunity. Although, as I say, he is still in a race himself. Oh, Neil desperately trying to get by Brody, and Brody just doesn't want to let him past. All the while, this is helping Derview. Neil getting very frustrated. I'm surprised the lights haven't been flashing and the horn hasn't been sounding. So Brody comes into the pits. That's now allowed Neil to get through. So Neil just got by Kenny as well, but all this time I think that's allowed Derview to get a little bit closer. So it's getting a little bit confusing out on track now, because we've got on the map we've got guys racing each other, but they're actually not, because we've got second place with 11th, and we're all over the place. Admin into third. He's under no pressure and not putting any pressure on anyone. He's having a bit of a quiet race there on his own. We've got Wayne G quite a way back now in fourth. He's on the medium tyres. Lap times around about the 1:30. So a little bit slower than when he first started, but he was on the softs before. So I've just managed to knock the headset off, so if we went all funny there, apologies for that. So we've got Slowpoke in fifth, having a great race tonight, loving every minute of it. We've got Grasshopper in sixth. You can see Stealth there just in between Grasshopper and Rocket Rods, although Stealth is in 14th. But Rocket Rods will be picking up a slipstream from Stealth. Love the way you can see the flames licking out the side of these cars when the guys change gear. Doesn't really seem to be getting any lighter either, does it? So I don't know which way this is going, whether it's we've started in the morning or we've started in the evening. I can't remember. So Rocket Rod's looking to lap. Stealth there, Stealth moves over to the left. Well done, Stealth. Let's let Rocket Rods through. Next it'll be Kenny. So Kenny in 8th. He's following Neil Farmack round, so I'm sure he'll be picking up a few tips from Neil. So let's just have a look. We've got Graham on his own. We've got Smoky Tom with Brody. We've got Dizzy Rip in 12th. Declan 13th. As we saw, we've got Stealth in 14th. He is being lapped though. He's now got Neil behind him. So he's got Neil in 1st, then Kenny in 8th. Like I say, can get a little bit confusing. Well done, Stealth. Keeping it nice and tight there so the guys can get by. So the Big Mac now coming in to get rid of some well-worn softs. Currently in 15th. And then we've got Brownie in 16th. I'm not sure he's going to get close enough to the Big Mac to take that position away from him. I think Big Mac will be out the pits before Brownie crosses that start-finish line. So back up to our race leader then, on lap 29. We have got roughly 16.5 minutes of this race left. So Neil out in front from Derview. It does look like quite a gap there between the two, so Derview with it all to do. We've got Admin in 3rd, well 3rd at the minute, although he's going to have to pit shortly. You can see the tyres are worn, the fuel lights flashing. Is he going to push it for one more lap? Let's just stay with Admin to see whether he decides to come into the pits. As I say, I've been wrong every time this time, so I'm going to say he's going to stay out. Round the final right-hander, and yep, he stayed out. I got one right. So Admin staying out then. No, he's not. He's coming. Making me out to be a bloody liar. Anyway, Admin in the pits, changing those tyres. So can Slowpoke take up that 4th position then while Admin's in the pits getting the tyre change, maybe taking on some fuel? Yes, he can. So Slowpoke now goes through. You can just, so I was going to say you can see the headlights of Admin, but he's still in the pits taking on fuel. So Slowpoke now goes through into 4th. The Admin coming out of the pits in 5th. He's got nobody behind him, so he will take up that 5th position. The nearest to him is Grasshopper. Across the start finish line to start lap 30. I've sort of lost track of how many stops everybody's done, but remember, all 3 compounds must be used. So we've now got Rocket Rods and Kenny 7 and 8th. Neil Farmack has just overtaken Kenny, it looks like, to lap him. No, I think that was a while ago, wasn't it? I think Kenny's just got onto the back of Neil and he's just following him around, although it does look like he's going to be challenging him, going to unlap himself. That'd be nice to see. Go on, Kenny. Oh, Kenny, look, could he have got another half-second penalty there? He does seem to fall foul of that turn quite a few times. No, he looks like he's got away with it. So all the while Kenny is following Neil, is in the slipstream. It's getting him ever closer to Rocket Rods. So Kenny won't mind that one bit. You can just see Rocket Rods there in front. So Kennedy, although he's in the slipstream with Neil Farmack, I'm sure he won't put a challenge in on him. He'll just stay there, get a free tow, save a bit of fuel. So let's just go up through the pack. Admin in 5th. He's chasing Slowpoke now. Slowpoke on the mediums. Has got one more stop to make. So Wayne G now made his way into 3rd. Then we've got quite a bit of a gap then to Derview. And then an even bigger gap then to Neil. Well, Neil and his now Shadow. Kenny doing a fantastic job of staying with Neil. It's just a shame that they're 1st and 8th. So Neil out in front by quite a way. The fuel light flashing. So I think this may mean that Neil comes in and he could, I think, potentially go on to the softs. So let's have a look. Neil's pulling into the pits. This will be for his 3rd and final stop. So Derview now, will he be able to take that number 1 position away from Neil? He's coming round the final right-hander now. Onto the home straight. It looks, I think he will take that position away. You can see the fuel going into Neil's car as Derview goes past. He starts lap 33 in 1st position then, although he has got another stop to make. So Derview, I'm sure, want to put some distance between him and Neil. Neil now out of the pits. Oh, it's on the hards. So Neil out on the hard tyres. This is going to be interesting then. Let's see how he gets on with these tyres. So Wayne G in 3rd. I'm not sure if Wayne's got another stop to make. I would think he had. We've got Slowpoke in 4th. Admin in 5th, not that far behind now. Then we've got Grasshopper 6, Kennedy 7th. He's got himself another half-second penalty. He is collecting them tonight. Under no pressure from anybody behind, look. You can see, all on his own there. So Rocket Rod has come into the pits for his final tyre change. Bit of fuel. He's out on the soft tyres now. So come on Rocket Rods, you can make those tyres work for you now. You've got 10 minutes. Currently in 8th. So let's just have a look, see how we're getting on. So we've got Smokey Tom. He is behind Wayne G, but Smokey's 10th, Wayne's 3rd. I'm sure Smokey won't mind the tow there from Wayne. You can just see Graham coming round on the corners there in 11th, so he's not that far behind Tom. Then there was quite a gap then to Declan in 12th. Then Stealth in 13th. The guy's very, very spread out now. Dizzy Rip in 14th. So can Dizzy put a challenge in on Stealth? Stealth is on the soft tyres, and they've got the blue flags waving as well. Let's have a look. Dizzy on the softs as well, so these two could have a good battle for these last few minutes. Oh, you can see it's Derview still out in number one spot, that's bearing down on these guys. So although these guys are racing, Dizzy with another half-second penalty. So as I say, these guys are racing, but they will have to move out of the way to let Derview through when he gets close enough. I'm sure neither will want to slow down. Ooh, Dizzy Rip, it does look like he's going to be putting a challenge in on Stealth there. Has he made it? Yes, he has. He's gone the long way round, but he has made it. So Dizzy has took that 13th position away from Stealth, although he has got a penalty. So Stealth will just want to stick with him, get as close as he can, so when Dizzy does serve that penalty, he can go by. But then again, I know Stealth will be conscious of Derview coming in behind him. Yeah, Stealth couldn't get close enough. Dizzy served his penalty and he's managed to maintain his 13th position. Stealth still in 14th. As I say, we've got Derview in first position, the race leader wanting to get by these two guys. You see Derview there sticking to the right. Is he coming into the pits then? I think he is. So Derview now in the pits. So let's just have a look then and see whereabouts Neil is. Neil coming around the final bend, so Neil's going to take that first spot away again. These two chopping and changing the lead. So Neil crosses the start finish line, goes past Derview, who's in the pits. How far is Wayne G? Wayne G has just come around that final turn as well. Derview's still in the pit, so it looks like Wayne G is going to take up second position. Derview's had to switch to hards. We can see Derview's just coming out of the pits as Wayne G approaches the corner. This is going to be tight, side by side. Wayne G's got the inside line and just manages to get his nose in front. That was very tight between these two, but great racing, no contact. Wayne G on the medium tyres, making them count there. Derview coming out on the hards, a brand new set of hards. They're going to be cold. So he's had to give up that position then. So Wayne G taking that second position away. He's now going to be chasing Neil down. Neil on the hard tyres, so I'm sure his lap times will suffer, as you can see. 1:31. He does hold the current fastest lap of 1:28.1. He did that very early on in the race actually. Oh, he went very wide there as well. So is Neil struggling on these hard tyres? I thought he got a penalty there, but I think he's got away with that one. So Neil currently the leader, quite a gap to Wayne G. Let's have a look at Wayne G's lap times. So 1:31 was his last. Starting to stretch his legs a little bit away from Derview, although Derview, I'm sure, will be doing everything he can to stay on the back of him, although he is on those hard tyres. And he's under a bit of pressure from Graham from 11th. So Graham trying to unlap himself from Derview there. Let's just have a look. So Derview in third. Oh, we've got quite a bit of a gap to Grasshopper. We've got 4 minutes of the race. Well, just under 4 minutes. So Grasshopper in fourth, Kennedy fifth, Admin now in sixth. You can see just behind Slowpoke with a half-second penalty in 7th. Now on the racing hards. That's probably why he's got himself a penalty. Then we've got Rocket Rods on the softs now. This is going to be a good battle. There is quite a gap between Rocket Rods and Slowpoke. However, Slowpoke on the hards and with a penalty. So Rocket Rods will be pushing. You can see his lap times now. Coming down. His last one was a 1:30. Slowpoke struggling on a 1:30, 1:33 lap times. We've got, let's have a look, we've got Brody in 9th. Not too far behind is Smoky Tom on the softs now, so come on Tom, let's make them work. He's sitting on the back of Wayne G. Although Wayne G is in 2nd place, Smoky Tom will be getting a bit of a drag from him, a free toe. I don't think Smoky will be putting any challenges on him. He's quite happy to sit behind him and get pulled around the track. We've got Graham in 11th. Graham picking up track limit penalty, so he's going to serve that now. Doesn't cost you too much, luckily enough, on this track, because where the penalty zone is, you've got your foot down, so it's not a major problem. It does slow you down, but not massively. So let's just go up then. So let's have a look at this. So we've got Rocket Rods in 8th, we've got Slowpoke 7th, Admin 6th, Kennedy 5th. We have got about a minute and a half of this race left. Kenny with another half-second penalty. He really is pushing those penalties tonight. Desperately trying to get past Grasshopper though. Now, good exit here. Could get him onto the back. They're just managing to move out of the way of Big Mac there. So, round that final turn, can Kenny get close to Grasshopper? I don't think he can. I'm just going to have to come out of that, and we're going to have to go back up to our leader. So we're down to the last 30 seconds, so I don't think we're going to get another lap out of this one. Let's just have a look. Oh, there we go. So it looks like Dizzy Rip is going to finish the race first. No, he's not. Apologies, he crossed the line, so all the way back up to Neil. Neil's got by. He will get one more lap. Wayne G just coming around the final bend. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a big old glitch there. So Wayne G has finished 2nd, Derview 3rd. Grasshopper. Oh, somebody's had a bit of a spin there in the back. I don't know what's going on there. We'll stick with Grasshopper. Grasshopper in 4th, Kenny in 5th still. This is going to be a battle to the end. Looks like Grasshopper's going to manage to hold on to that 4th position. Well done, Grasshopper. Kenny, great racing from Kenny to take 5th. Then we've got Admin. Admin's going to bring it home for 6th. Good racing from Admin. Rocket Rods, even with a half-second penalty, has managed to get his way into 7th. You can see Brody's finished in 9th. Slowpoke coming into 8th. As I say, we've got Brody 9th, Smoky Tom 10th, Graham 11th, Declan 12th, Dizzy Rip 13th, Stel 14th, Big Mac 15th, and Brownie finishing 16th. Well, there's some great racing there. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, click on that like button and remember to subscribe. Next week we will be in Fuji. That'll be Wednesday. I will try and get you the replay on Thursday morning as per usual. So hopefully I'll see you all there. This is Mark signing out. Catch you all again soon.